Okay, hi. So we have Aries, Leo, Capricorn, and Libra left to do. So basically, the way it's going to work is, so the songs, The Devil by Banksy, Get Into the Groove by Madonna, and Crazy All Around by Greg Puciato. So basically, the way it's going to work is that if I shake Earth, we're going to do Capricorn. If I shake air, we're going to do Libra. And then, you know, the fire signs are going to have to battle it out. Okay? Let's see. Well, that was Sagittarius. Aries. You know, it's funny because I fell asleep during your reading, too, and had to redo it. It's your turn, Aries. And guess what? I have a new tripod. I do. It's just a little low. So anyway, let's get started on your reading. This is going to be your Samhain, a couple days late, reading, as well as your November reading. It's going to be your general read, but we're doing something different. We're going to do a Wheel of the Year spread for you. And that's going to consist of doing an oracle message for you from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. In addition to that, we're going to use Waite to do your Wheel of the Year. So every month of the year is general energy. And then we're going to get Sun, Moon, Tarot to clarify each month. Then we'll do some numbers of significance and magnetic poetry is what we'll do there. Okay, does that sound good to you? Let's find your message from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. We'll cut the deck for that. What do we got? Winter's Dream. Ooh, a gestation period of sorts. Somebody might be expecting or looking at trying to get something going with, you know, having a baby. Or it could be time for you to kind of go into the dreamlike state there so that you can become pregnant with ideas. Take a look at that. 63 breaking down to a 9. I love the artwork on these cards, yeah. But just so that you see them and see what they're about. Anyway, that's what I got for you on that one. So let's go ahead and let's find out what your energy is for this year. And the reason I did this reading was because instead of doing my own comprehensive reading for Samhain, I wanted to make sure that all of my collective got to have a comprehensive read for Samhain because it is the pagan Celtic New Year. All that kind of stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see what your energy is for the year. I've already pre-shuffled the deck, but I'll go ahead and I'll do it a couple more times for you on camera so that you get to, you know, have that. Yeah, can't take these. All right, twist for fairness for you. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see what we got. For Aries, your current energy. There are only happy accidents here. 6 of Pentacles. This is about being the charity or the charitable, bringing things into balance. Libra energy on this. But it is really about making sure that you're balancing the energy of give and receive, that you're not doing too much of one over another. So that's super huge, super important for you during this year coming up. What is the obstacle for you, though? What is your obstacle for this time? Let's see. How many do we got? We got 2. What are they? Lack of independence. Somebody is coming in and they are either pointing out for you passionately with messages your lack of independence, or you're feeling less than secure following a communication of some passionate nature. That was super easy, wasn't it? Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's see what your year is. We're going to go through and we're going to do it with, we're going to shuffle. We're not going to, yeah. No, we're not going to shuffle the deck. Should we? Should we shuffle the deck? Let's see. We'll do it a couple of times here. 2, 3. Okay, now we'll give her a knock. And we're going to cut the deck for you. We'll take the middle guy. Now, you might already have heard me say this a couple of times. I have moved from Calgary. I'm in a basement suite. It's like a ground floor-like thing. I have people above me that you'll hear walking around playing their instruments, and then somebody behind me who's like a gamer, and you can hear him through the wall screaming at his computer. So if you hear that, that's what that is. Yeah. So we've got our cards here. November's energy for you. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. December, Eight of Cups. January, the Chariot. February, the Knight of Cups. March, the Five of Swords. April, oops. Oh, we've already got May down here. Let's just leave May right there. Ten of Cups. You're already hearing X will mark the place. May, the Two of Cups. June, Wheel of Fortune. July, the Sun in the reverse. August, the Three of Swords in the reverse. September, the World. And finally for you, October, the Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to clarify using the Sun, Moon Tarot, Sun and Moon Tarot. And then we'll get started for you. Bear with me while I... Oh, see, I did this last time for you too. There's some confusion, some confused energy. Did this for you when I didn't get your reading out. Yeah. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm actually not a tall person, but this camera, this tripod doesn't telescope up or down. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make it taller. We'll figure it out. Believe me, we'll figure it out. Alright. And then a twist of fairness for you. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles in the reverse first. Two of Pentacles is generally having two different opposing energies or ideas that you're looking at, that you're examining. You can see it here, and you've now decided on one, or to move forward with one over another. You are no longer ambiguous in some energy of some sort, and so you decided to drop one of two different trains of thought, one of two different types of energy. Some people like to see it as options in love. I do not subscribe to that notion. So let's go ahead and let's see for November, what is this Two of Pentacles that you're dealing with? What are the options that you're dropping in terms of your energy, etc.? I will not take this many cards. I can only take 3. Okay, I'm only looking for 3 for each. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You have one flipper, which is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You're dropping your guard on something. It's something that you were once feeling defensive about. One of these energies that the energy that you're choosing. It's something that you had to defend. You're no longer defending it. It could be that you're going to feel like you don't have to defend your decision. Whatever the decision is in between these two different opposing forces or energies. It's after a period of being at a crossroads. You're ignoring the people who are kind of jerking you in two different directions because you don't feel that you have to defend your choices and your decisions. And then you have your Knight of Wands, taking passionate action forward following making that decision. All right. Next up, we have for you in December, the Eight of Cups. This is walking away from something that normally would be of emotional fulfillment in search of something greater. Oftentimes, the first thing that you'll do when that is what you've decided, I'm just going to bring you a little closer here. One of the things that you'll do is you'll decide to opt for your own self-love, so that you can get wish fulfillment. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt to abandon the things that you actually believed in at one time. But the thing is that you know that there's something of more significance out there for you. Well, let's talk about what you're walking away from. What exactly is it that you're walking away from? Let's get the story unpacked here. That's too many. You're tired of dancing all by yourself. Oh yeah, if you didn't already hear me say it before, you should probably check out the description box of my videos. I will never ask you for money, and I will never approach you individually offering readings. That's what scammers do. And I am clairaudient, clairsentient, and claircognizant when I hear ringing in my ear on my right side. It's people I know that have passed on when I hear it on the left, and it's my spirit guides. You know, guardian angels, whatever you want to call them. Also check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. But I was hearing over here that part of the song by Madonna, you know, getting into the groove, tired of dancing all by myself. So it's like you might have been involved with somebody or in a situation where you found yourself dancing by yourself. Yeah, it's like that Billy Idol song, Dancing with Myself. Yeah. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups. I just saw the Sun card. Could be dealing with a Leo. You could be walking away from a Leo. We got our 3. Ooh, let's see what they are. 4 of Swords in the reverse, the 5 of Cups in the upright, and the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So you come out of healing and meditation. The decision that you make to walk away from something is something that you do after a period of rest, recuperation, meditation, after some hurt, some heartbreak of some sort. And you need to recognize the gratitude for what you still have. There might have been a great deal of loss that you kind of went through, and you're having a hard time recognizing the things that are still intact. You know, that 5 of Cups, that's, you know, the reminder is look at the 2 cups that are still there, not the 3 that have spilled. This follows a conflict. There was a conflict that you're healing from as well. You might feel an immense sense of peace following walking away from something here in December, or you know, I would say to the contrary, or rather alternatively, this is a better word, alternatively, it could be that after mending fences with somebody following an argument, that the realization is still that, hey, I can apologize, but maybe it's best that I walk away from something. I'm kind of feeling that for you on that one. In January, there is a change of address or travel of some sort that's happening for you. This is always my change of address card. I always feel that the Chariot is, but it's moving forward. It's progress in some form or another. Cancerian energy here. So this will be during the Cancer full moon. That you're going to feel the energy of swift movement forward, powerful movement forward, deliberate movement forward, a change of address, a relocation, a trip like traveling somewhere. Tell us more about that for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. There's one. Tell me more. I can't see it because it's face down. Give me a sec. Tell me more. Yeah, and then we got our other 2. Okay. You got the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's the Queen of Wands in the upright. That's you or a Leo. I already said you're probably dealing with a Leo. A Queen of Wands in the upright. And then the 10 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so there's here. There is a contract or an offer that didn't happen, or there's a part of the 3 aspects of the self that you're neglecting, either mental, spiritual, or physical, or, you know, just the 3 of those not being in balance for you. Could also be a broken friendship here with the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we have this Queen of Wands. Some people will read the Queen of Wands as a third-party female energy or an interloper in a relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be female, but it is feminine fire energy, Leo or Aries energy. This is somebody who's extremely creative, extremely warm. It sparks inspiration in others, and they have inspired you to come out of a period of grief, abandonment, loss, and illness. Really, this is healing. They're inspiring your healing in some way. This is actually the reason that you have movement forward, progress. They could even be somebody who inspires you to travel, has that creative spark that inspires you to travel. But it's after the realization that you have aspects of yourself that you've neglected, or after the breaking of a friendship of some sort. Now, For February, we have the Knight of Cups. This is romantic energy, knight in shining armor energy. It's extremely noble, poetic. This is Cancerian energy that I always read. You got 2 Cancer cards right beside each other, so you might be dealing with a Cancer, or you could have Cancer in your chart. But this is somebody who comes riding in with some romantic action towards you, or it's you sending this action outwards towards somebody else, Aries. Tell us more about this Knight of Cups. It's emotional in nature. So always remember that. What we got on it? Tell me what is the Knight of Cups about for February for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. A false start in a contract or something on the tangible side. It's like they're coming in to rescue you after a false contract or a disappointment that had to do with an offer that's something that's to be built up on the earth. What else? Oh, here we go. You got 3 here. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, it was a reversal in fortune or something that caused stagnancy for you. With that offer not coming through, that beginning not happening as you would have liked to see it. And then we have the Queen of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. There's a feeling of justice being served in some way, shape, or form, balance, equilibrium. This person wants to come in and do you justice. They want to do you justice. Or they want to restore balance to something, provide you with a truth of some sort about your security and your stability with this 9 of Pentacles here. Remember that your challenge was the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, though. You have to be able to provide yourself with that feeling of security and stability, and I can stand on my own 2 feet. I can support myself emotionally, monetarily, mentally, spiritually, that kind of thing. Just remember, they shouldn't be the one providing that to you. The Knight of Cups shouldn't be providing that to you. You need to provide that to yourself, right? But it seems that they're coming in trying to play the Knight in Shining Armor after a reversal in fortune, or something not panning out as you would have expected or liked it to. For March, we have the 5 of Swords. This is self-deception energy. There's something that you are avoiding telling yourself the truth about or admitting the truth on to yourself. There's also something about victory in vain that's indicative of this card. This guy's smirking while he's picking up the swords, but he didn't really win because everybody's kind of like walked away from him. So it's almost like, yeah, you won, but did you really? You know? Oh, I'm shuffling backwards. Look at that. Tell me about this 5 of Swords for Aries. What is it? No. I just saw the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So it's definitely something that you're not being honest with yourself and others about. What is it? Or you're not being honest with yourself that you know somebody else is being dishonest with you. Tell us about that 5 of Swords, please. At night, I lock the door so no one else can see. There's something that you don't let other people see. There's a star. It's about you're having to have faith in something and healing of some sort. Star is Aquarian energy, but it can be one of a couple of different things. It can be healing. It can also be keeping your eye on a goal that's off in the distance, or a wish that's off in the distance, and something that requires a great deal of exercise in hope. Because you have to be able to, you know, really hold on to that while going after this specific goal. What else? What else on that 5 of Swords? Oh, we got a flipper. What's the flipper here? The Lovers. Okay, so the Star and the Lovers, right? So this is, you know, the far-off dream and wish of having the ultimate connection with someone. I told you that he streams. I can hear him doing his reaction videos right now. Gemini energy. It could be that you're hoping that somebody will make a choice in love and move towards you. Or it could be that you're hoping for the relationship of your dreams to kind of pop up. But you're fooling yourself about it because you have to be the man or woman of somebody else's dreams. You can't be seeking somebody else to do that for you. You have to be that yourself. And oftentimes when we're busy working on ourselves to make ourselves the man or woman of somebody else's dreams is when we find the man or woman of our dreams, right? You could also be needing to choose yourself. But there's a great deal of hope that's been put into this. Either that or you're trying to heal something that has to do with a connection. Yeah. Anything else on that? Six of Swords. You're not making any progress forward in a connection. You would like to, and you're holding out faith and hope for it, or you're healing from it, the fact that you couldn't move forward with somebody. Or that you're kind of at a standstill in a connection of some sort. Yeah, you're deceiving yourself about it. Either that or deceiving yourself that there's any choice, that you've already found the partner that is your star. You just refuse to see it. Or that you don't need to choose. You really don't need to choose, but you think you do have to choose. Because in April, we have the Ten of Cups, right? X will mark the place, I said. Where I end and you begin. X will mark the place like the parting of the ways. So this is the zenith of emotional fulfillment in a connection. Happy family. Friendships that are brimming with abundance. A relationship that is full of affection and attentiveness. Let's see why you have that in April. I mean, it would be your birthday month, right? So, you know, it might just be that that's the reason. Is there Ace of Wands? You're feeling a lack of inspiration or creative energy when it comes to this. It's almost like when you're happy, you cannot be that individual who, like the angsty artist, because artists often will find that adversity helps them to create. Well, not all artists, but some do. And you could be feeling like when everything is well, all is well, that you don't feel necessarily like your creative juices are flowing. Oh, that was easy. Yeah. There's a peace offering, a time-bound communication of some sort that comes in at this time as well, that it just lacks the inspiration. It's about healing. There's a need for a balance here. A balance and healing energy is coming in, and you understand that the relationship that you have here with whoever this person is in April, that Ten of Cups, is very healing. It's very balancing, and it's helping you to keep things in moderation. But you feel like there's a communication that should be coming in at the same time. I'm not getting this like it is a communication coming in. I feel like there's a communication that you want to come in, or that you're expecting to come in within a certain amount of time. Like it's time bound. There's an expiry date on things if that communication doesn't come in. At least that's what I'm getting with it. In May, you have the union of the Two of Cups. You have two people getting together. Could be two friends meeting for drinks. Could be two lovers meeting and sharing libations. The meeting of two minds, I'm hearing over here. Why? What is it? I'm still shuffling backwards, by the way. What is this meeting of the two? Tell us more. During May, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the meeting of the two? Well, this one's stuck in my hand, so I'm going to take it. Nine of Cups. It's something that is a wish fulfillment for you. Never in your wildest dreams did you ever think. You might say that while you're having this discussion with this person. that when the two of you are conversing, it's going to be something that you're going to say. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that... I'm getting the song Death by White Lies. I live on the right side and sleep on the left. There's a communication. Another Gemini card. Virgo, Gemini, Magician. We have that. And then we have this. We have the Eight of Wands. So there's self-mastery that's happening here. You could be telling somebody about the things that you've done to work on yourself, to master yourself, and therefore the elements, about alchemy, alchemizing, you know, something in your life or your environment to work in your favor, turning, you know, regular ore into gold, that kind of thing, but in the figurative sense. And there's communication that comes in as well. Messages are coming in. There could be people who are communicating with each other in a way that's not necessarily, I'm not getting like a gossip energy. Although anytime I mean, I guess you could consider anytime that anybody talks about anybody else as technically gossip. But I'm getting that people are talking about the union of the two and communicating with each other about the union of the two. And there could have been some illusory energy, like people are shocked to learn that the meeting of the two occurred because they just wouldn't have guessed it. Like there's almost like a ruse or a smoke screen of sorts. That's what I'm getting. Like people didn't really, it wasn't as it appeared. Like they didn't think that, they didn't expect to see the two of you together. I'm getting. In June, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now this is movement forward. It is, you know, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing either. This could be good fortune, but the wheel of the year moving forward, the turn of the wheel towards a different season. So could be dealing with June 21st time frame, because this is June. And of course we do have when the sun enters Cancer out of your sign, where, you know, the wheel of the year is indeed turning and you're moving into summer. So that's the time to, you know, to kind of enjoy some of the fruits of your labor, but also be putting in the work towards preparation for the harvest, where you would reach the height of the wheel, where there's success. So you're doing work and you're climbing during June. I wanted to say July. Interesting. What is this Wheel of Fortune about for you, Aries? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, we have one. What else? What else for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? There we go. King of Cups. So somebody, this is a Scorpio, Pisces individual, masculine energy, who is extremely intuitive about where he should focus his romantic energies and where he should protect himself. We have the Tower in the reverse, so there is something surprising that does occur in June that you were not expecting. It could be a blessing in disguise. Sometimes the Tower is just a surprise in and of itself in the reverse, where it's just a surprise and it's pleasant. But sometimes the Tower in the reverse is also something that we don't necessarily realize is a blessing until we're retrospecting on it. It's not calamity. That would be in the upright. But even then, we have to kind of pay credence to the Tower because it gives you an opportunity to reinvent yourself or to build something new where an old structure used to stand. And it's important to break down pre-existing structures so that we can grow. The only growth that happens is outside of your comfort zone, and I know that you know that. Then we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, so it's surveying the land. That's what's going to be happening. You're going to kind of be sitting back and observing things, and then all of a sudden this thing is going to happen that was totally unexpected, kind of out of left field. I'm hearing over here. And then you're going to have to be discerning with your choices of a romantic nature, it seems, with that King of Cups energy there. In July, as we move into Leo, we have, you know, one of Leo's cards, which is the Sun in reverse. Seems that there's a little bit of summertime blues happening for you. a wish not happening, feeling cold, like you're in the shade. Somebody could be throwing shade at you. But it's just a lack of seeing some of those more immediate wishes come to fruition for you. Tell me more about the sun in reverse. Why is the sun in reverse? Why is the sun in reverse during July here? Why? Why? We have one. What is it? Yeah, because of choices. Because you have choices to make, and they might not necessarily all be happy choices that you have to make. Just because you get to make the choice and have the power where you get to call the shots doesn't mean that it's always easy. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Yeah. What else? A Sagittarian Aries energy on Judgment there. Yeah, it's about options. You had to make a judgment call on who you wanted to proceed with out of your options of a romantic nature. Or if it could even be when you have friends that you need to choose who you're going to hang out with this weekend versus that weekend. And then somebody kind of gets butthurt because of it, that kind of energy. What else? Because you're making a decision here, remember. You're making a decision. What else do we have for you? On that sun card. We got two more for you. The Two of Cups and the King of Swords in the reverse. You're not thinking with your intellect, you're thinking with emotion or your intuition. This is Aquarian energy again. And it's about the meeting of the two, or there's another meetup with somebody that happens here. You're meeting up with one of your options. You've made the decision to do so. All right. But you will have some people who are kind of disregarding your decisions, thinking that you're not necessarily using your wits, or you don't have the wherewithal to make, like, you're not exercising appropriate judgment, or you're not a good judge of character, or you're forever optimistic and not really looking at things from a realistic perspective. It seems like people believe that to be the case. In August, you are healing a broken heart, or you're healing things that are deeply painful and personal to you. An evaluation period of sorts. We are shuffling forwards again. Tell me about this Three of Swords. What is it? What is the energy here? What are you healing from? That wanted to come out, but it didn't. What are you healing from, Aries? What are you healing from? Something that you were trapped in your head about, overthinking a lot about. You weren't feeling as empowered as you should have. Okay, we got 3 here. Yeah, you learned a personal truth. Virgo energy on the Hermit. You learned a personal truth, and after learning this personal truth, you're experiencing some anxiety, nightmares, sleepless nights, being up in the night, contemplating it all. What does it mean? What does this truth of mine mean? Well, you're going to realize the lies that you've been telling yourself. That's for sure. You might also come to a realization that you've been overthinking something and mentally trapping yourself in a space where you were empowered to always move out of. But somebody was deceiving you, and so you thought that you could fix something. And you resulted in a broken heart, which then, of course, resulted in you going into the cave and discovering something about yourself with that Hermit energy, right? But it still got you anxious, and you're up in the middle of the night. Somebody is actually crying up in the middle of the night about the pain of the realization of somebody's dishonesty. In September, you are ending something. You're either ending a cycle, beginning a new cycle, of course, or you are starting to feel whole and complete when it comes to something. Fixed energy there of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, sorry. Tell us about this World card. What is it? Ten of Cups in the reverse with the Two of Wands. There's a need to be a little bit more patient here with something. To realize your relationship goals and aspirations, of course, means that you're going to have to end something. But you're being patient about it. Anything else on the world? You're patiently waiting for the right thing. Sorry, that kind of flipped on me. You're patiently waiting for the right thing. But you might be a little scared that it's going to come at the expense of a really emotionally fulfilling situation. Not sure. And then we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So it's almost like this could be somebody from February. Or something that happened back in February. Or you're trying to sit back and observe. Could have caused a little bit of a dent in some of your personal relationships. Knight of Cups in the reverse could also indicate to me, it indicates to me, especially right now, that what you could be dealing with is you could be dealing with somebody who has a lot to say but doesn't have a lot to do. All words, no action. Or somebody who, it's like the romance is gone. Yeah. The romance is gone. You're just waiting for the right time to get off the ship. October, you have the Page of Swords in the reverse. It's willful ignorance. It's choosing to ignore something, choosing to turn a blind eye to something, possibly because it could be too painful to actually look. But you cannot stitch a wound if you don't know where you're bleeding, right? You could also be trying to avoid looking at somebody else. Four of Wands in the reverse, because you're worried about stability. The stability of the home space, the stability of your relationships. Anything else? Six of Wands in the reverse. Remember, Six of Wands is a triumphant card. It's a victory after battle. So here, you're feeling like a failure about something. You feel like you failed the home. You feel like you failed the home. And you're trying not to look too deeply into it because you know that it would be extremely emotionally triggering for you. Anything else? Anything else? It's a quick read, Aries. It's almost like you wanted it so bad. Okay, there you go. The Devil. I knew you were going to have Capricorn energy pop up when I heard that song by Maxie when I was channeling. I was going to say, I'm either going to end up reading Capricorn right away, or whoever I am going to be reading will have Capricorn come up during their read. The Devil. Yeah. You're very tempted to look at what this person in October is doing, or they're very tempted by you. There's something about the opulence here that I'm really getting. I kind of feel like there's indulgence that goes on, and it might put you into a headspace of not feeling good enough for somebody, or so you are avoiding looking at them. And there you are at the bottom of the deck, reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with your power, your empowerment, your self-empowerment, but also being somebody who can rule with a steady hand as opposed to punitive energy. Okay, numbers of significance for you, Aries, from November 2023 to October 2024. What do we have? We got one up the sleeve. You got something up your sleeve. So we have 10, breaking down to 1. We have 9. We have 12 breaking down to a 3. Okay. And a 6. There we go. Okay, let's do your magnetic poetry and then we'll be done. I did mix it up so that I wouldn't be getting the same thing. And it's funny because I still do. It's interesting. Get you some extras here. Okay, good. It's like I said, Love and Death by White Lies. Because I got death here. Do I got love too? Might also have gotten somebody something like chocolate. And remember I was talking about the star card and how it's one of your wishes is coming up here. All right, Aries, thank you so much for watching. Share the love, show the love if you like what I do. This is, of course, a different format than I would normally use. But, yeah. Also, subscribe, okay? All right, we'll see when we see you next. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye. Oh, yeah, look at that board. Huh. Okay, all right, we'll see you next. Okay, bye.